Quotive's talking about, Wattpad is like the beginner site, if you would. Because when you look up stuff like Creepypasta X Reader, Quotive is first, which Quotive is a great first. We're not going to click on it, obviously, but Quotive is a great. Calling the duel. No duel today, unfortunately. Okay, so we've said Quotive, or I've said Quotive is like one of the best fanfic like starter websites, in my opinion. I love Quotive, or I loved Quotive when I was on it as a preteen, teenager, whatever. But next is Wattpad. So Wattpad is a lot of people's first fanfic site, which is really good, but also really like not trying to think of words because Wattpad is not a bad website. Wattpad is just a different ecosystem. It is less threatening than AO3 is. AO3 is a whole different beast. Wattpad and Quotive are easy to use, is what I'm trying to say. Like, of course it's the person's, like, first fanfiction website because they're super easy to use, and they're fun, and they have a community of, like, the same kind of aged people. And then you get older, and you go to AO3, or you stay young. The quality is very juvenile when compared to AO3. Yeah, exactly. Or you stay young, like is what is happening right now, because people are leaving Wattpad and going to AO3 when they're not like. I'm trying to think of what words I want to say. When they're not like. Okay, I don't know how to say this, but AO3 is very much like a older audience, I want to say. Obviously, I've been writing on AO3 since I was 14, so I've had my AO3 account for 10 years, which is insane. But it's just like a different ecosystem and audience. So, yeah, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. I don't remember what my point was. I think I was talking about the mass exodus from AO3 or from Wattpad to AO3, and trying to say about, like, the spam comments and work it into the spam comments and stuff, but I honestly don't remember what I was gonna say, so it's fine. It's all fine. It's fine. It's all good. I remember Quotive being less fanfic and more original works, but maybe I was on the wrong side of it. I remember Quotive being only creepypasta things. Creepypasta fic every second. Not even joking. I was one of the people that would post creepypasta things like every couple of minutes. As fast as I could work, I was posting stuff. As fast as my little preteen fingers could work, typing up things about Jeff the Killer and Slenderman and etc 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 etc. Other things. What's the other one? Laughing Jack. Other ones. Ben Drowned. Other ones. Other creepypastas, etc etc etc. Literally, as fast as my little fingers could type, I was posting stuff. Yeah, I was one of those kids. But it worked. It did what it needed to do. Tiki Toby, yeah. Wait, wasn't there like a whole thing about... No, I could be wrong. I'm not gonna say that. I could be wrong. I'm not gonna say something wrong. Yeah, Tiki Toby too. That was a good one. I remember... This is gonna date myself. I remember I was following the original creator of Tiki Toby when Tiki Toby originally started. What year was that? Wait, what year even was this? What year was this? Yeah, that was a drama worth that character. Yeah, Tiki Toby is a little bit of a drama-filled character. When did this come out? When did it come out? Google, tell me. No, not the short. I want, when did it originally come out? The actual thing. When did it come out? This says 2013. I don't believe IMDb, but it was like 2012, 2013. I was too young to be on DeviantArt, but I was anyway. And I was big in the creepypasta fandom to the point where I was just big in it. Anyway, I would like write stuff, I would post stuff, I would do fan art, I would do my own art, because I was a creepypasta writer at 12, 13. But I was following the creator of Tiki Toby. And, yeah, I swear it was earlier too, because I was following the creator. And then they posted it, and this whole thing about it, like, started it. And it was, like, insane how easy it blew up. Well, they were already a big creator, if I remember correctly, but still, it was, like, it really went to show that you could, in fact, with enough art, with enough writing, make a creepypasta that wasn't even creepy, like, exist, if that makes sense. You literally, back in the day, could make a creepypasta that wasn't creepy, because I didn't really think Tiki Toby was creepy. I don't think really Jeff the Killer is creepy either. Jeff the Killer is just, it's an entire thing. But like, it's just, you guys know what I mean. It's just, shrug. I can't shrug. I'm gonna throw my hands up instead. Throw my hands up. It's a whole thing. It's just the whole thing. Lavender Town Syndrome was my favorite. Oh, I love Lavender Town Syndrome. Lavender Town Syndrome, all the videos by Blame It on Jorge were my jam. Have you guys, okay, Blame It on Jorge. You guys can't see what's happening, but it's fine. Which I still watch Blame It on Jorge to this day. I love him. He is amazing. But he did basically an entire Lavender Town series. I think it was Blame It on Jorge. Jorge. It was someone. It might not have been Blame It on Jorge. Okay, I don't think it actually was. It might not have been, unless it was deleted, but there was someone that did Lavender Town Syndrome and, like, just Pokemon creepypasta content. Not Billy Styler, it was someone who did, they were a flesh meat tuber. That's not the word for it. Flesh meat tuber. They were meat. They were made of meat, and they filmed themselves and explained it. No, it's not that person. You guys can't see what's happening, but it's fine. It wasn't Roxy Paw. It was, oh my god, it was so long ago. But he only covered, like, Pokemon creepypastas. And that was my jam as a child. That was my favorite thing to watch. Which is a little dark for a kid because of, what Lavender Town is. But the whole thing, was literally, it was my thing that I was obsessed with. Little Junie was hyper obsessed with Lavender Town Syndrome as a kid. Lavender Town Syndrome, and the other one, that's the Rugrats one. That's like, Rugrats Theory, I think? I think it was Rugrats Theory. I was super into Laughing Jack. A lot of the creepypasta peeps got deleted for controversies. Controversies. Yes, that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, it was post 2009 because that was Marble Hornets. Yeah. And Marble Hornets is a whole, sorry, I hit my desk. It's fine. Marble Hornets is a whole different beast. The stuff that spawned from Marble Hornets was a little crazy, a little bit insane, a little bit strange. I feel like a lot of creepypastas are scary, but only for young teens. Yes, true. That is true. Because, well, when I was a young teen, it very slightly frightened me. But I didn't find them scary. I found, like, doll stuff scary. Like, actual dolls were terrifying to me. But for some reason, creepypastas just never were that scary to me, and I don't know why. Laughing Jack, also great choice, Pigeon. I love Laughing Jack. I think it's a creepypasta, but does anyone remember the Bon Dong Ghost webcomic book? Yes, I remember that. Oh my god, I remember that. I completely remember that. And at the end, you scroll to the end and she jump scares you. People still reference that and, like, will jump scare people with that, but, like, with different, I literally saw a comic about it on my Twitter timeline the other day. It scared me too, but it's literally, like, it's still a thing. It's still around, which is really, really cool. At some point, your media transcends, there's a point where media transcends its medium, if that makes sense. There is a point where, like, creepypasta, for instance, has transcended its original meaning to mean something else entirely. It has gone past its media, if that makes sense. The medium that it was in, which was writing and art and photoshopping images and everything else. Like, I remember when the Something Awful forums with Slender Man. I was a messed up kid, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Don't ask me why I was on Something Awful. When did Slender Man, because Slender Man was on, yeah, in 2009. Slender Man was on Something Awful forums. And I remember, I mean, I wasn't on it. I'm gonna clarify, was not on it. But I remember when the, like, first image came through of that and, like, everything it spawned. I remember experiencing that whole thing and everything it kept, blah, 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 everything that came out of it, just crazy insane. The only time I legitimately get scared by creepypasta was listening to Cry Reads. Oh yeah. Autopilot by Cry Reads was literally like it was terrifying to me. Every so often someone invents Homestuck again. No, no. We're not. We're not. We're. Pigeon, I hate that that's true. Pigeon, I hate that every once in a while someone does reinvent Homestuck again. Creepypasta is just Homestuck. I will not elaborate. Creepypasta is Homestuck. They're the same thing. Well, I mean, they're not the same thing. But Creepypasta House Fix. Literally, there are, snooze that ad, there are literally, like, Homestuck House Fix. Like, Creepypasta and Homestuck were adjacent to each other, which is crazy to think about. And yeah, I wish Cry Reads hadn't turned out to be terrible either. I really wish he hadn't. I really wish he hadn't. Slenderman was my favorite. Slenderman was really, really good. Slenderman is still good. I remember when they had, like, Trenderman, and other ones that we aren't going to say here, and all, like, the other Slenderman variants. We should bring back house fix for things other than Undertale. Alright, I'll get on writing a creepypasta house fix right now. Let's see. Thinking, what did house fix usually start with? I feel like house fix usually, okay, house fix, creepypasta, okay, hot take, creepypasta house fix and Soul to One Direction fix are exactly the same. Yep, that's right. I said it. I said the thing that no one wants to say. The sleepless Russian, yeah, the Russian sleep experiment creepypasta was my introduction. Yeah, that one is legit scary though. The Russian sleep experiment is legit scary. It is legitimately scary. That one freaks me the heck out. Like, I wouldn't even consider that a creepypasta. It is in the same vein as The Rig for me. It's like, it's completely different. Like, how it transcends the meaning of creepypasta is what it feels like. Also, hi Esther, welcome in. They often started with killing your parents. Yeah, exactly. That, okay. Here's my thing. Here is my big thing. Soul to One Direction fix on this side, creepypasta house fix on this side with Reader. The creepypasta house fix, Soul to One Direction fix did the same exact things. They were escapism, as all fanfiction is, but they were a certain kind of escapism of, like, getting away from your family, if that makes sense. It's I'm trying to think of words. It's not a psychological thing, but it's just a thing where they do the same exact thing. They have the same exact goal, which is away from parents, away from family, into this dream world, not dream world, but like this fantasy land. They have the same goal. Angsty teen moods, yes, exactly. They have the same goal. They are set out to achieve the same goal. It's just a matter of how they achieve it. It's sold off to One Direction. You're in a One Direction house. Creepypasta comes in, accidentally, does stuff, and you're the only survivor, achieves the same exact goal. That's all I'm gonna say. With that, we end our fan fiction part of this stream. We end the fan fiction part, and we move on to, you guys can't see me cover my face with my hand, but it's fine. We move on to our sex